thank you, and very good way of starting the new year, having our children once again starting to receive, these were national certificates for hockey and table tennis. We didn't have too much of chances, but I think we made the most of what we got. And maybe there are a few things that I wanted to share on behalf of all of us, children, staff, everybody. If somebody has to do the talking, I'm doing it, but it's not me, it's all of us together who is articulating these thoughts. And since we have just started on this very happy note, so congratulations to the children, congratulations to Mr. Manjunath and everybody else who has played a role directly, indirectly, people who have escorted them to the venues. There's so much goes behind every event that we have. And grade 12, the present grade 12, I think I'm feeling very happy to start this on you, because you are the ones who have, in a way, really started the school after the 2.5 years of break that we have had. We can call it 3 years, because even though we reopened, somehow things didn't work out, because all the schools were testing the waters, as it were. And there weren't too many inter-school events, there were not too many inter-house events, and the previous batch of 12, they got a very short period, but they did their best. There were a few things, in spite of that short time, they tried, and we feel very happy about this. But this grade 12, they knew they were taking up a big order, because there were so many events that we felt together, the children, all of us, we together felt that we know we are taking on a little too much, too many events, probably for one calendar year. But since we have not been having this, and the children are excited, children want this, let us have as many events as we can. And we actually did that. And there was a lot of planning that happened, a very careful planning and providing of time that had to be made. And the school always feels happy to do that when it sees that the children are excited, they want to do all these. So we have done that. And a lot of credit for this must go to grade 12, not just the prefects, because every event there is so much of background work that all the seniors have done. We are aware of that. So it was a very happy thing to have happened, that we had so many inter-house music fest, inter-house, we never had them together. The inter-house music fest and the inter-house one-act play. But we felt, let's have. It strained us, it put a lot of hurdles in our way, but we have overcome all that together. And that is why it's such a happy story. So we wish grade 12 would feel very happy about this, that you have got the school rolling in the right direction. And now grade 11, you have to take this up, you have to take it. They took the baton, accelerated. You have now taken the baton, you have to accelerate. The entire grade 11, I'm not talking of the prefects only. And I'm sure we will do that, because that is how we do. So what the school also feels is that now the time is right for us to venture out more, maybe even host inter-school events. So we are very keenly looking forward to the time when we host inter-school events, start hosting inter-school events once again, and of course travel more than we did, because all these schools now, they are feeling confident, there is more of opportunity, and that is what we have to do. And we all, I know, will feel very happy about this, but then for this there is a certain discipline that will be required, and I'm sure we'll be up for the task. We will do that, I'm sure. We'll need to have that stamina, we'll have to have that discipline, because one aspect cannot suffer because of another. Games or studies or co-curricular activities or anything, nothing can suffer because of the other. So therefore we have to be very keenly focused on our life here. That is what we need to do. And except for that broken chain sometime back over the last 2.5, 3 years that we unfortunately had. So that is one aspect that we wanted to share with you. We are also thinking very keenly of, apart from our tours and treks, We are also thinking of having just pure treks, right? And for this, I and some of us, we have not spoken about it because these were developments, certain exchange of thoughts that happened during this short break, so we haven't had time to discuss this amongst ourselves. But we are aware of the fact that last year we didn't have tours and treks, and other children will get a chance, but grade 12 probably their tours and treks they have not had. So we'll feel very happy if they wish to. If they wish to, we are having an out and out, we will try to have an out and out Himalayan trek, right? Where you feel, and some of our children, Pratham for example, he has gone for treks. There are others who have gone, and they can tell us the joy, the challenge, the feeling that we have had. It's not about conquering. We conquer ourselves. We can never conquer the mountains. So the feelings we have, the emotions we have, that intense feeling of oneness with nature that we have, it cannot be explained by anybody. It's only when we go there we feel that. So our grade 12 children, our exams will finish before we break for the holidays. Even they can take part if they so wish to. So we are trying to organize that trek. And this is not a class-wise. Children from almost any grade can take part if they wish to. So that will be over and above our usual tours and treks. So this was just an example, and we, as we said, there will be more of inter-school events that we'll participate in. We'll start hosting the events here. So a lot of exciting time ahead, a lot of hard work ahead. It's not just posting it and somehow we have posted this. It's not that. How we do what we do, that is what we keep talking about. So we will do that. So there's lots that is in the offing, and I'm sure we'll all feel very happy. And grade 12 should feel happy that, look, we started the ball really rolling, and now our juniors are taking it forward. That is how our seniors have always felt. That okay, we will do our bit, and then we'll expect our juniors to take it higher. And then the next set will take it even higher. That is how the school has always progressed. And I'm sure our 12 will help the present 11 do the best they can. We are full of confidence there. So that is one side where we will have to plan a lot, and we are excited about this. The other aspect, of course, is our own events that we have within the school, and our own strengths, the SPS strengths, they cannot be compromised on. If I can think of three types of families. Family where norms, rules are just not followed. So I wouldn't want to comment on that. I would like to leave that aside. The second type of family probably where norms and rules are enforced. And since they are enforced, they are followed. And then there is the third type of family I can think of, where rules and norms are followed. Rarely do they have to be enforced. The norms and rules, everybody knows that this is how it should be. I should be doing this. Every individual knows I'm supposed to do it, so I have the pride and I have the strength to do what I know I should do. So we are talking of that kind of a family where rules are rarely enforced, but they are followed. So SBA naturally has always been and would like to be more and more of that, where rules are followed, rarely have to be enforced. And for this, each one of us, it's up to each one of us, the kind of individual that we wish to be. I wish to be, you wish to be, all of us, we wish to be. Do we wish to be people who will have to be, go ahead, get up, go quickly, you're getting late, why are you late? Why are you not wearing your shoes properly? Why do you have this kind of a hairstyle? Why are you not keeping quiet when you are supposed to be quiet? We can be that kind of person, or we can be that nobody needs to tell me like that, anything of that kind. I'm a well-oiled machine, and I know what I have to do, and I keep accelerating upwards. My health, my fitness, my behavior, my articulation, my performance on the games field, in the classroom, I just keep improving. I'm not competing with anybody, but with myself. If this is how I am today, a week later, a fortnight later, a month later, 6 months later, I am at a different level. Choice is ours, and I'm sure our children know which choice is best for them. I'm sure they are going to go ahead, think for themselves, spend a little time. I hope you have done that and you are back here. So that is why we are here, children. We don't want anybody to be in this family who is here because he has to be a part of this family. We don't want that. If you are here, we assume that you wish to be here, you love this family. It's a family with a lot of strengths and weaknesses. There is no family which has only strengths. There are no families where no follies are committed, where there are no lacunae. We do not have those kind of families. This is also a family. I wish you children would sit down. You get tired. Come, sit. Please sit. So this family also has that. But that is part of life. That is how it is. We are not gods. We are all human beings. We are trying to be as good as we possibly can. So that is how SBA always has looked upon itself. That we wish to be as good. We don't compete with others. We just wish to be in every possible way as well as good as we can be. So that is how probably life should be. I'm saying probably because it's your choice. We never want to be parents who will thrust things down and say, no, this is how it is. We try our best to try and explain to our children because we should. That is why we are the elders. Tomorrow you will be parents. You will be doing this. You already do this to your juniors, I'm sure. You explain things. And please be very careful of leaving behind the right impression. I think for us it is very important that our children go out with their heads held high. Earlier batches have gone. Another batch will unfortunately leave us in March, April. Some of them will leave in June, May. Next year some more children will leave. That's again a way of life. But we would wish all our children, every batch, to leave behind a legacy that we can all feel very happy about, proud about. And I'm sure we are going to do that. For that we have to make a little sacrifice. Nothing is achieved without making sacrifice. If I wish to be strong, I have to pain my muscles a little bit for my exercises. So these are just thoughts that we are sharing with our children. There are a few aspects where the school has always felt very strongly, and we are going to probably follow it up in more and more intense fashion because certain things are not right. There I won't use the word probably. There we are very definite about it. And for example, there should not be any child who feels sad because of the behavior of others. We cannot have that. We cannot hurt a child, or whoever it is, boycotting that child or threatening the child. We can't do that. Sometimes we'll have fights, we are all staying together, that's another thing. That's over. I mean, you have had a quarrel or something, it's over, fine. But you have to respect each other. Taking away food, taking away other things, ordering things, absolutely, strictly not acceptable, children, because these are not good things. These are works of cowardice, and we cannot associate cowardice with our children. Birthday bumps. There are children who are very upset about this, very sad about this. How do we feel happy hitting up a boy at his birthday? That is perversity, I feel. How can we do that? I mean, there are children who actually feel the pain. So you want him, or is it just an opportunity for me to hit somebody? Is that how it is? Is that what birthdays are meant for? And why do we have to take all these stupid things from other civilizations? There are many good things that we can take. Birthday bumps, we know where it originated, how. Some of us, we are aware of that. It wasn't this way to begin with, actually. But then it became an opportunity for us to, use this as a situation where I can do it and I say, oh, I wasn't doing this as a celebration. That is not how we Indians have celebrated birthdays. So if we have to accept things. There are a lot of things that we accept, and there are a lot of good things. How about the punctuality of the Westerners? How about taking that? Many of us, we have been to remote locations of the country, and if a bus is supposed to arrive at 6:14, the bus arrives there at 6:14 after traveling hundreds of kilometers. 6:14 and you see the bus. Incredible. I mean, when I first started seeing this, I was absolutely flabbergasted. That is it possible? And they do it, I mean, in such a matter-of-fact fashion. 6:14 means 6:14. It doesn't mean a minute or half a minute beyond. How about accepting those aspects? So, these are just a few thoughts, but there are certain things that are just not acceptable, and if we find that this is happening, I hope we don't find this voice. If we find that the school will have to take stronger action now than we have had in the past. So we all know this, right? Now we all know this, because if it is not followed, it has to be enforced. Because wrong things cannot be allowed to continue. We cannot allow that. There's so many good things. Let us bring all those things. So please come up with ideas. Ideas keep coming. Some children came with the idea of having a science section in this annual magazine. A very good idea. Excellent idea. We said, okay, yes, we go ahead. So there are many, some children have said, sir, there are a lot of birds on campus. Why don't we make a catalogue of the birds on the campus? Then we said, okay, we can do that. And maybe the kind of trees we have on campus. Excellent idea. Right? Or would you want to test the soil in different parts of the campus? Do you want to test which kind of plants would grow better in which area of the school? Would you want to do it? Excellent projects probably. So let's focus on those areas. We have come here to excel. We have not come here to go into a rut that we have somehow got embedded in our mindset. A few things we cannot allow that. So we must have the courage to come up, right? There are certain areas where we drastically need to improve, and we have the strength. We will improve. All of us together, we will do this. Right? So that is one aspect. The next aspect is, of course, our studies, because particularly now it's that time of the year when studies are the priorities now. Absolutely. Time is at a premium. We hardly have time, and there is so much to achieve. And it's not only for 10 and 12. We'll request grades 10 and 12 to stay back. There are a few things that we want to share with you, ask you, understand from you. So it is for all the children, because this is already the second week of January, and for grades 9 and 11, the final exams are not far away. And for the rest of the school as well, March we have our exams, so it's just about, just a little over 2 months, and we have to finish our syllabus, we have to revise, it will be a much bigger exam, and we must do well. I mean, we cannot just somehow pass and say, okay, go here. We don't want our children to go up like that. We want them to keep improving and doing the best that they possibly can. So please, there's a lot of focus there has to be on studies now. There are few events probably that are left. We will see how we can accommodate, looking at all the aspects that we need to, and we will try and do as much as is possible. And the last aspect is, let's be happy. Let's all be happy and let's make each other happy. I don't think we can be genuinely happy if we don't make others happy. So we don't have to, from morning till evening, making others happy. It's not that. It's the small little things that we do. We come across that so much in our school. Small little things. And that is why SBA is SBA. So let's be happy, let's make each other happy in these small little ways, caring ways. And let us look forward to this term where studies are the priorities, but then we also have to plan for the life ahead And as we said, there is so much that we feel probably will happen this coming session, academic session starting end of May. Grade 12 may not be, will not be there then, but I'm sure they will feel happy knowing that the good work they have done, we will try and build on that good work. And every time we do that, we will remember you, that you have started the wheels in motion. And we are just making it run faster and faster. So that is what we will do. With that, we come to the end of this assembly, and here is looking forward to a very, very happy 2023, very successful, very kind, very warm, exciting 2023 for all of us. Thank you.